Alone, you can put up a fight. But together, you can start a war.
Or unfortunate events, and you look back on it and you laugh about it in the future. This is one of those stories. So, right now, I graduated college, so yeah, congratulate me, 4 years, well, 5 years actually, 5 years strong going into it. But that is not where the story begins. My story of this unfortunate event that I now laugh at takes place my freshman year of college. This was actually my second semester. And this is the time I got evicted from my dorm room. That's right, evicted. They straight took all my shit and moved me out because I could not afford to stay. Alright, so you're probably wondering, well, how you get evicted from a college campus? Because I wasn't living in an apartment or house. It was just a on-campus housing dormitory. So at that time, my freshman year, I had a bill. It was probably worth a couple thousand, maybe like 2 or 1,000 something. About 19 or 20, and I knew I couldn't afford this bill of mine, so I went a couple of months. Cause after every once in a while, you will get an email telling me, "Oh, you about to give a $50 late fee if you don't, pay off this bill or get it down to at least $500." So I was ignoring it because obviously I didn't have the money for that. I didn't even have a job. I never had a job prior to that. I literally came right out of high school and into college. So work-wise, I'm thinking, I thought financial aid paid for my school, or get my parents to save me. Well, it's a lot of money, and your parents can always afford, to pay for you to be in college. So financial aid did the best they could at that time being, and I still owed money, but I was at the last straw because this is where the funny shit starts. So I forget the day, but I was in the bathroom. It was like in the afternoon, late afternoon, and I was taking a shit. I was in the dorm bathroom on the stall taking a shit, and I get a text from Alex. Somebody, the RAs are here. They're looking for you. It's like 3, 4, 5 RAs standing at your door, and they got a whole bunch of bins right now. And I was like, wait, for real? He was like, yeah, I think they're taking your stuff. I'm freaking out because he's texting me that they're looking for me, and I already know why. They came to evict me, so they couldn't find me. So, but what they do, they proceed to take all my belongings and they put them in trash bags. And meanwhile, while all this going down, I'm still taking the shit. So I'm like, oh no, they didn't go in the bathroom. I was the only one in the bathroom at the time. And I was literally caught with my pants down. So I was sitting there wondering, how am I going to get out of this situation? RAs in the bathroom and my dorm is literally right across from each other. So I couldn't just waltz right out the front door and act like nothing happened. So I was going around and trying to figure out, how do I get out of the situation? So I'm texting my friend of mine. I said, okay, text me when they're gone. And he was like, alright. But they weren't leaving. They were like staying in the lounge area. So what we did was, because the whole dorm building was basically looking for me, they're like, alright, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sneak you out the back door, and we're gonna take the stairs. There are floors lounge just right by the elevator, so I couldn't just go out the front. And there's the RA at the front desk. So I clean myself up, and I'm like, alright, how do I get out of this? So I run right out the back door of the restroom and go out the the stairway doors. So we were staying on the 10th floor. So I went down 10 flights of stairs, went out the back room, and I took off and basically hauled ass to the student union. Because I was like, alright, this is still indoors, and the RA won't find me here. So I meet up with my friend of mine and my girlfriend at the time. They meet me in the student union, and they're like, oh no, what are you gonna do? So I call my mom, and I'm telling her what's going on. She freaks out. I call my advisor, he freaks out. We're all trying to figure out, how are you gonna get paid? Because I already got my stuff. They deactivated my card, so I couldn't just swipe in and get into the building. And they turned off all the other features that my car had access to. So I was pretty much just vulnerable. And I was like, oh man. So what our solution was, my friend of mine, he ordered some pizza. So, you know, obviously had something to eat and chill. And he was like, you can stay in my room if you want to. But he had a roommate at the time. So I was like, nah, that's cool. But my girlfriend at the time, she was staying in the room by herself. So she was like, alright, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sneak me back when night comes, you know, it's time to have a place for me to sleep. Sneak me into the back, just like how I escaped the first time going out the back. Went back, went up the stairs, went to the girl's side of the hall, and I just spent the night in her room. And we were just trying to figure out things from there. Cause I didn't have any clothes, no pajamas, no nothing. All my cleanest, like all my belongings were stashed up in some trash bags and put in the closet. And the only way for me to get them was for me to turn myself in to the RAs so I could get my stuff and sign some documents showing that I had to leave the dorms. So I was like, oh man, this is way fucked up. So I went through that, and eventually the bill did get paid, you know, and other things happened that I will talk about in another video that led to me being able to continue school and get the bill paid and stay on campus for the remainder of the semester. So, you know, that was a very complicated situation I was in, because I was like, oh man, this is just all messed up right now. I didn't know what to do. So I figured, you know, this had to be a story. I've always told this story to people, you know, one-on-one conversations, you know, if I wanted to have something funny to laugh about. But I always want to do a commentary and make this situation public, because I definitely know I'm not the only one who's been through this, and there's definitely been others who have shared this similar experience that I have. So hopefully, if you're in college or whatever and you've been put in this situation, I feel you. Like, it is hard to pay for college, and this was my first year. I was a freshman, so you can only imagine. I'm not even gonna make it, because I can't even get through the first year. And prior to this, I never paid for anything in my life. So I'm thinking, like, I see this bill, and I'm like, this bill is huge. I can't afford this. What am I doing here? But eventually, you know, things worked out, because obviously I said I graduated, so that's a plus. But eventually, you know, there's plenty of other stories I am telling you that I have that's just insane, and I don't know where to begin and how to feel. But it's funny now, but I just know, oh man, this is all just messed up. But in the meantime, what happened was, how it got paid, I'm just going ahead and tell you guys, since the match is still going, that I ended up calling home, and my mom called a few family members to contribute, you know, oh, send me some money here or there, and this and that, collect as much, go to the bank, or actually, go to the bank, she deposited it in the bank, took the credit card, paid the bill, and then they ended up letting me stay on campus and getting all that fixed up. But prior to that was just trash. But yeah, man, I was like, oh man, this is nuts. But it's all good though, you know. And after that, cause they were also going to withdraw me from my classes because it was like a step process. First they deactivate your card, then they turn off features like getting indoors, using the meal plan, accessing the gym, accessing the computer lounges. All that was turned off. And then after that, they kick you off campus. Well, if you're living on campus, they kick you out. And then if it continues to not be paid, it's like they withdraw you from your classes, and you won't be able to sign up for future classes until the bill is paid for, because you get charged per semester. So at each semester, classes have to be paid in order for you to continue. So the bills end up getting paid, and I end up figuring out a new way for me to pay for school, which was a blessing and a curse depending on how you look on it. But I see it mostly as a blessing, because I wouldn't have what I have now, and I wouldn't have made it if it weren't for the decisions I made my freshman year of college, and the situations that I was placed in that, you know, led to my decisions that I'm in now. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna tell for right now. That's my first commentary, my first story. So let me know what you guys think. Drop if you had any similar experiences or how you felt about my experience in the comments below. I'm eager to read some of your guys' opinions. Like the video, you know, show some love and support, and I will try to figure out a new video to talk about and get something uploaded to you guys here shortly other than live streams. Alright guys, peace out.